Would you like to kick us off? Walter?
Hi, coach. Dis seker nou nie hoe mense die wedstryd wil eindig in die jaar wil begin nie. Maar kom ons kyk waar die probleme in die wedstryd was. Mens moet seker begin by dissipline, die 3 geel kaarte.
Ja, Walter, ek dink ons het 9 strafskoppe afgestaan maar van 3 geel kaarte was. So 30 minute met 14 te speel, nie ideaal nie. Ons is rarig gespan met trots is op dissipline. So dis voor die hand liggend dat ons werk in dit moet gee. Ek dink ook 3-3 gedruk wat nie toegeken is nie. Ek sê nie dit is reg verkeerd toegeken nie, maar ons was teleurgesteld.
En die 3-3 wat afgestaan is in die laaste 7 minute, wat presies het daar verkeerd gegaan?
Ja, hy sal ons altyd wil, jy sal die span moet wees as wil sterk klaarmaak. Ek dink het was onder druk, ek dink hulle het gevoel hulle het 'n kans en ek dink ons het ook 'n bietjie defensive geraak, mindset gewys. Maar soos ek sê, dalk het die 3 kaarte ons ingehaal op die einde. Ek sal dit nie wil glo rondom fiksheid gewys nie. Ek dink ons is span met regtig fiks is en kan beweeg en effektief kan wees. Ja, so is mooi met kyk om regtig goeie antwoorde te kry.
Okay. Is this a wake-up call before this Bulls game?
So I think, to be honest, it's not a wake-up call before the Bulls game because I've got no doubt that we'll be ready for the Bulls game. I think it is a, if you want to call it a wake-up call, just in terms that you can't expect to just go through the motions, or it's a high-performance sport. So every team that you're going to play against is going to want to beat you. You must understand that an iconic stadium like this is going to lift any opponent's performance. So I'll rather say it's a wake-up call for us to really get our systems going and more consistent.
Thanks a lot. Coach, question to both of you. Just big game, first game of the season, of the year behind you now. Tough way to lose the game at the end there. What are some of the positives that you guys really hold up to in terms of that first 70 minutes that your guys have made?
Yeah, I think from my side, on the field it felt quite dominant. We got gain line. We had them in set piece. So yeah, it was little things obviously towards the end. Not good enough, but our defense in the beginning was what helped us. Got turnovers, got to play in that half. I think for me it was not having consecutive positives. So it was a positive, then a negative, then a positive, then 2 negatives, then they score. So yeah, we just need to be a little bit more consistent in getting positives in a row.
Yeah, it's obviously the first home game of the year. It's our 3rd game of the year. Important. We really wanted to put up a good performance for the crowd, to be honest. So again, that's a little bit disappointing. Opportunity to fix it though next weekend against the Bulls. Quick learn in terms of lessons. Quick to get over it emotionally, and then ready to get the bodies going for Saturday.
Marius, let me start with you because you're in the field and you're captain. Why do you think there was such a drop-off in that performance? Like you said, you're very dominant, but at the stage, it just seemed like you guys were putting your foot off the pedal. Why do you feel like you guys couldn't keep that momentum and take it across the line?
Yeah, I think that's what I mean about having positives in a row. If you have at least 2 or 3 positives in a row, you're either going to get a penalty or a try, and for us it was the opposite. We gave 2 negatives, especially around the breakdown. That's where our discipline was terrible. So yeah, I think we let them in with our discipline, and then on the last 7 minutes, our defense not good enough. We didn't get off the line. Started waiting for them. They ran onto us. They got in behind us. Got offloads, and that's I don't think that's us as characteristic. So that's definitely a work on for us, is to get off the line and be better at that.
And coach, I mean, it's two losses in a row now. Heading into that game against the Bulls and Rafters, which is always going to be a big one, those local derbies. What do you say to the boys after losing this bit of momentum going into another big game? How do you think about going into that particular game?
Yeah, to be honest, I think the fixture itself will get everyone up. You know, Gauteng derby at Loftus. There's been a fair bit of travelling the last 2 weeks. The guys have really got to sleep well tonight, to rest well, recover well tomorrow. They've got 2 days to prepare for the Bulls. Like I said, I've got no doubt that mentally and physically we'll be ready. Probably in the bigger picture, you could see that some of the guys did travel, and you could see that some of the guys didn't play last weekend. So in terms of sharpness, we should be a lot better next weekend.
And then just in terms of balancing between these two tournaments, of course now you get probably go away in the knockouts. In terms of for you personally, do you prioritize between the tournaments? Is the one way you say okay, we've got a good chance here in the PCR, can we get some silverware, or do you also want to finish in a good place in the URC? How do you balance that with the squad that you have at the moment?
Yeah, unfortunately, I think round of 16 and quarterfinal and semi-final and final is away now for us. So that's the reality. I think today, 12 points difference with 5 points was a home round of 16 and a home quarterfinal. So that's the reality we've got currently. If I've got it right, it means that our next tour when we play URC, so we've Connacht and Ospreys away again. The next 2 weekends is away now. Around rotation and all of that, we'll make it a good decision in there. URC, I think is a little bit more in your control because the fixtures will allow that. So like I said, next weekend is more important for me than thinking six weeks ahead and thinking squads and all of that. It's just important for us to get back into the rules.
It's Marius to you. Just on the pitch, where as players do you feel that Ospreys got it right against you guys?
Yeah, I think I mentioned it earlier. We got defensive. Our defense got defensive. We didn't have an offense. We didn't get off the line. We didn't try and put them under pressure. We allowed them to run onto us, and then they started getting offloads and getting in behind us. And they're a quality team that can play on top of you. So I think that's where they got it right towards the end.
One more, happy? Colleagues, thanks very much. Drive safe and have a good week.